Good evening, everyone. So today we have Dr. Sanjay Jain. He is the faculty and head of the School of Management at KK Modi University, Durg. So good evening, sir.
Hello, Arun. Good evening to you all and everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah. So my first question to you is, can you briefly explain about your institute and your role in that?
Yeah, so Arun, KKMU is an institution of an KK Modi Group or the Modi Enterprises, right? So he has been always visionary in his of an approach, and it is his vision to have an established KKMU, and we are under labor of an able of an leadership of Miss Charu Modi. So she is the founding member and the chairman of this institution, KKMU. So KKMU have been formulated with a specific purpose, right? And this purpose is to impart quality and education in the field of management. So we have various courses. We have management, we have BTech, we have arts and sciences. We have graduation courses and the post-graduation courses in the various disciplines, right? So here we are now looking at an institute, which is different from others, right? Different in the sense of their curriculum, different in the sense of imparting an education, or I should say quality education, because we have always believed in the term of quality, right? So here, if we are able to give a quality education to the student managers or to the students joining our institution, we have done our job, right? So the quality in the sense of building up their skills, building up their competency, and making them sellable. Okay, right? Ultimately, it is the major aim is to be sellable to the various corporates, sellable in the world outside, and sellable is not only to get a job for your own self, sellable in the arena of giving your views to the general public, right? To sharing your views and what you have learned of in this esteemed institution, right? And sharing it with the people around you. It could be somebody in the family, it could be in your organization where you are working with, or it could be an interaction with anybody and everybody who would be coming into our own contacts. So now this is this institute, which is unique in its approach. The ambience of the place is excellent. The classrooms, or we would call it as a boardrooms rather, they are excellent, well laid down campuses, and with the facilities for the students and also for the faculty members. So here we are proud of opening up this institute, KKMU. And my role in this institute is that I am head of the business school at this institution. So there's a big load on my shoulders as being the head of this school, and that also business school. So the business school is in order to develop leaders of tomorrow, right? So it's a big job on my shoulders to be training them, to be enhancing their skills and their competencies, and to make them employable, or to make them sellable, in my words, right? So they are the ambassadors of our school, right? Of my institution, and of minded. And I have always taken that this institution is mine, right? So I am a stakeholder in this institution, and the owners rest on my shoulders in order to give a quality education to my student managers, right? And then also that, and they should contribute in a big way to the corporates and wherever do they work, and to become a good citizens of India, and also an excellent corporate citizens in from whichever corporate they are working. And we are backed by a group. So we have organizations like GPI, that is Godfrey Phillips India Limited. We have corporate houses as Indofil, and a KK Modi Group as 24/7. We have Modi Care. So we have a corporate vision, right? Or we at a KKMU often have a mission, right? So the mission is to make them an excellent citizens, where they are able to contribute towards the profitability of their organization, and to build an organizational culture of where they can all survive in a big way. In a big way means where they are able to contribute something to the people around them and also to the country.
Right, exactly. So my next question to you is, sir, is being the faculty and the head of the management school. So what is your philosophy of leadership? How would you describe your leadership style?
Oh, tough question, Arun. So my philosophy of leadership has been always a participative leadership. So why a participative? Because we have been taught like that by our mentor, by our chairman, Mr. Charu Modi. So ma'am has inculcated this participative spirit in us and in the entire businesses that she is managing. Right. So at the KKMU also, or as the head of the business school, and I would like to inculcate this habit or this philosophy of participative leadership. So the participative leadership is where each and every stakeholder of my institution has an equal say. So even if I have to develop some curriculum, I could contact some other faculty members, take their expert views. Even if I have to make some changes in curriculum, in these scheduling, right, and even in this preparation of the modules. So here I can take their views. So hence, a participative culture is the best culture as of today. Because trends have changed. Looking to the trends and to the demand of the day, right? Because here, if I am as a leader and a participative, I am able to gain this cooperation of each and everybody, even my students. So here I could have a participation of my students also. If I would have to make certain changes in this curriculum, certain changes in the design of certain courses, and if I have to introduce some new courses in this management school. So they are my people, they'll be able to guide me. They are into contact with the youngster population as of today, and we would have to tailor-made this to the youngster population. So until we have a participatory approach to this leadership aspect, here we can never achieve anything, right? And even ma'am, if she is taking some meeting, or she is meaning always a participative in order to make some curriculums also, in order to do the strategic thinking, in order to implement certain plannings. So this habit has come institution-wide, right? And hence this is my approach towards leadership. It is more of a participative approach.
Nice, sir. Yeah. And my next question is, you have 16 plus years of corporate experience before joining education industry. So what motivated you to make this transaction in life?
Oh, it was a tough decision in my life. Arun, let me tell you. I think the toughest decision in my life that I have taken. Right, but I have taken it with a specific purpose. And I have worked with the leading corporates like Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, GE, where I have learned the intricacies of the business, right? With the specific areas of an HR, of marketing, sales, and managing people. So again, managing people is the toughest job as of today. And at that, I always tell my students also, my student managers also, that if you as a person, you as a manager, you as a leader of a team or a group is able to manage the people very well, or the human capital very well, you have done your job. So the profitability would be always coming to you, right? So yes, this was a tough decision, but I am so much happy today. From when I look back, and I have taken this step purposely. I had wanted to share my expertise with the budding managers, with students, especially in this management area, in order to train them, in order to improve their skills and their competencies, so that they can become efficient and effective managers of tomorrow, right? And I had always felt that there is a lack of experienced people into the academics. So hence, I think this move was a calculated move, and it has paid off, right? I am so much happy that I am able to create value to my customers. My students are my customers, right? And the customer service has to be always excellent, and if we would like to succeed in this competitive field. And even in the term of institution, it is in a competitive area, right? So if you are able to impart quality education, so you will be always at the top, right? And hence, this move has been taken purposely by me, and I am happy today because I am still attached with the various corporates in the sense of I am a training enthusiast also. So now I also take up some corporate trainings in the various organizations in the areas of soft skill development, marketing, and the sales planning and its implementation. And I am doing exceedingly good today. So I would ask everybody who is into corporates today and who is thinking of exploring certain opportunities in this education world. So welcome everybody. And it will be a good move. Okay, but here you should have a passion. And I had that passion or the drive in me.
Yes, sir. Yes. So my next question to you is, how do you tend to establish a healthy relationship and environment in your institute, be it with the faculty or the students?
Right. So be it with the faculty members, be it with the senior management, be it all through this organizational structure, right? And now, of course, our customers, that is my student, student of the manager. So I have always believed that the students are the backbone of any institution, right? Because they are the brand ambassadors of me as a KKMU, right? So once they would always pass out, they'll be working in some good corporate houses or in some well-known government institution, or for that instance, even they might be entrepreneurs of tomorrow, because entrepreneurship is coming up in a big way. So those incubation centers at our institution, giving them a chance to do something on their own, because they have a drive today, have to be on their own. So here, the cordial relationship have to be established, and it has to start with me, right? And it has to start with me. So I am the person who would initiate this process of healthy relationship among staff members, with my seniors, with my juniors, and then of course with my faculty members and my students, right? So here I have always believed in a participatory approach. Participatory approach to this management, as I had mentioned it earlier. So, and in order to understand the cultural and the social values of it, right? Because we have established this campus of KKMU at Chhattisgarh. So now that is a different situation. It's a different culture. It's a different social background. So those students coming to us have a different skill, have a different competency, have a different perception towards life, and a different thinking. So here, there's a participatory approach would give me an edge over some other institutions that how I am able to motivate my people around, how I am able to motivate my students, how I am able to interact with my senior managers or with my senior leaders. Right, and in an order that everything goes on smoothly, right from the curriculum to the placement session of the students, our teaching, methodology, everything. And there's a method, and our methodology of teaching, it is always different. Of course, from some other institutions.
Right. So my next question is, what are some of the biggest challenges you see, both for the management education in general or specifically for KK Modi University?
Yeah, so the challenges that we face is to adapt to the various culture and the social values of the people who are now working with us. To work as a team or a group of people who have a collective mission, right? In an order to put forward this quality education and to impart a quality education to the students of KKMU, right? So here it's a big mission, and as I had mentioned, our teaching meaning system or this methodology, it is totally different. It is a workshop culture that we have. We often do not have this in classroom culture. So the classrooms have turned into boardrooms today, right? So the boardrooms where the faculty interacts with the students. Okay, in the future, all of these students have to walk out of this institute with their head high, right? That here is an institution, okay, that has taught us, give us some ethics, mannerisms, and the entire gambit of content learning plus a practical implication or the practical implementation of this learnings that we have had in this boardroom. So in this boardrooms, we are interactive, okay, with the target audience, that is my students, and we are open to any discussions, right? So here we are able to build some culture in our institution where the students feel free to interact with the faculties in the case they have any issues, they have any problems in this content or in their presentations. So we are always there to help them out, right? So this helping nature and this participative nature and a different teaching system or a different teaching methodology. So now due to this, we would always have an edge over other institutions, right? So this is my take on this question which you just asked.
Right, sir. So my next question was, how does the curriculum of KK Modi University ensures that it has the best practice of the industry?
Right. As I just mentioned that we do not have a concept of a classroom. We have a concept of an interactive boardroom, I would say, right, where the faculty interacts with the students, right? And the curriculum includes Harvard Business case studies also, right? So here we have always believed to add up certain value to the student managers, a value in the term of a curriculum, a value in the term of the case study, and we would do these presentations also of this case study, right? So this Harvard Business adds up a value to me even as a faculty, right? And for the students also feel happy, and the curriculum also includes certain simulation from a Harvard Business Review, right? Here where these students can do some simulated exercises which would give them an insight into the basic content of the syllabus, right? Or I would not say in a syllabus, okay, in a syllabus is an older terminology and the trend has changed. So the syllabus name has been given to the course content, or we have modules, right? So previously to starting of any course, we distribute modules to the student managers, right? And these modules, we have streamlined each and every activity workshop wise, right? So that is individual of assignments and that they need to submit in the various workshops. The presentation they would be giving as a group in the various workshops. So we have this content ready for them, and each and every workshop has a specific in the term of content, in the term of the presentations, and in the term of the Harvard Business case studies. And even we to these faculty members, we would always distribute some teaching notes of this particular module. Right. So in order to give them a feel about the course, that is a demand of the course, and content of the course, and the methodology through which they would have to deliver this course to the target audience, that is our students. So here we have a very, very different system. It is a unique system, but this system is being formulated in order to give our student managers some quality education. So this is synced with the content learning and the practical learning. And moreover, we have our group companies. As I have mentioned earlier, we have GPI, we have Indophil, we have 24/7 stores, and we have Modi Care. So here our students have an edge over some other institutional students. So now here they could join some summer internships, and we now have a plan for them, right? And so these are deserving students who get a chance to be even placeable by these organizations, and to do their summer internship program, and to do some practical market study program. So here they could take up some research activities, right? Of course, because in this organizations, okay, we are always studying the market trends, and in order to study these market trends or the changes in the trends, we would always require the services of our students. So they can go out to the field, they could explore themselves first, and then I think they could do some quality work for these corporate houses that we have also.
Right, this sir. So my second last question is, with over 30 plus years of teaching experience as well as the corporate experience, what is the best advice you can give it to the younger upcoming generation?
Oh, good question, Arun. Let me tell you. So my advice, if you would follow it, students. So the first thing is, keep a smile on your face always here. Right? Because the smile, says it all, that you are enthusiastic, you are confident about your own skills and your abilities. So the first thing is having self-confidence in your own self. I am the best. There's no one better than I am. So now this is the first thing that I have always believed in my life up till now. I am the best. There's no one better than me. And this basically motivates me, Arun, that I am the best. कि मैं तो सबसे अच्छा हूँ. Then the second advice which I would like to give my students and managers, work hard. And do not shirk work. Because the work is the workship. And these are your formative years. So if you work hard, if you work smart, if you are dedicated to your work, dedication, it is also one more aspect that I would like to touch upon. Dedication about your own self, and you should have a clear vision of your life. So normally at the start of every course, I always give them some exercise, which is labeled past, present, and the future. So the past is, you could make a presentation of your past, from where you had schooling, your date of birth, something about your family, your first crush also might be that you have had, right? So the past of yours. So the present is today you are studying at a KKMU. So the learnings that you are carrying back from our institution, the teaching and methodology, how this has helped you to, of course, improve your skill and your competencies through some presentation, through some simulation, through some HBR case study, and working practically, having some summer internship with our corporate and group organizations, right? So this is present. So what skills do they have, right? And the future. So I would always ask them to make a future path of themselves. So after they would have passed out of this institution, so here they could plan their 3 years, 5 years, and have 7 years plan, and do their own SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats, and the trends. And because trends are changing very faster. So we have added one more T to this SWOT, right? So it is now an add-on trends. And the trends have changed drastically, even in this education field. And we at KKMU are always first in order to adapt to the trends, right? To make some changes in the curriculum, to make some changing in the teaching methodology, in this content development. So through this exercise, student might gain, or he or she might be able to do their self-introspection. Who am I? Who am I? I am so and so. My vision is this, but how to be there is a big question mark. So there are 3 questions in their life, and which I would always stress on. where I am, where I would be, and the third is the most difficult question, how. So now KKMU would be helping you in answering this question of how. How you'll be there, how you'll be able to achieve your mission and your goals in your life, and how you'll be able to earn loads and loads for yourself, and not only in the terms of money, but in the term of respect, in the term that you'll be treated as a corporate person, with skills and also with the competency that no one has. So hence, the student of managers at the KKMU would be always having an edge over the other schools or the other institutions. So this is an advice that I would like to give everybody. Always be confident about your skill and your expertise area. Work hard, work smart, and wear a smile on your face always, because smile says it all. So the positive body language would be always helping you to go a step further than the meaning a competition. But the competition is huge, and you should be always believing, I am the best person around. I have skill and I have competency that no one else in the world has.
Nice, sir. So my last question to you is: there is a lot of competition outside even in the job market. So how do you guide your students of management institute to survive in such a competitive scenario and still get placed?
Right. So Arun, as I have already previously answered this question of yours, right? To be having skills and the competencies, to be having confidence in your own self, to do your self-introspection, and meaning never worry about the competition and treat the competition as being healthy. And a competition would be there, it would be growing further day by day, year by year, month by month. But you should always believe that I am the best. I have those skills and those competencies that is needed by the corporates of today, or by some government institution or some government of an organization, and I would crack it. I would be there where I have planned the vision that I have in my mind. I would be as a person, would be able to achieve that. So if you would go out in the market with that confidence, with those skills, with those competencies, you are bound to be doing very well in your life. And the KKMU is always behind you. Trust us.
Nice, sir. So that was all from my side, and it was nice interacting with you. Thank you so much, sir.
Right. Thank you so much, Arun. Thank you so much. All the best. Be safe and be healthy. And always keep on smiling, Arun, as you are doing now.
Yeah, right, sir. Thank you so much. I will.